Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you're new. As you can probably tell, I'm going to do a tea leaf reading for you all today. This will be general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. It could be global stuff that comes through or things that are pertinent to you personally. Some of you may get very personal messages come through, even initials come through sometimes. Or you might see things in the cup as well that could be a message from Spirit for you. Just a message for members before I begin to let you know there'll be a poll going out soon where you can vote for the next reading that I do, so keep your eyes peeled for that on the member tab. There's a new Oracle picture card that's gone out for all members. If any of you would like to join my channel as well to get extra perks, then click the join button below. Or check out my new Patreon, where you'll get exclusive content that you won't see here on YouTube, including written content, guided videos and podcasts, where I help you enhance your spiritual gifts, spiritual guidance readings, pick a card readings, guided meditation. There's a lot on there, so check it out as well if you're interested. Thank you so much to all my new members and existing ones. You're very much appreciated. Now, I haven't actually looked at the tea leaves yet because I just wanted to share with you all what came through to me, channeled before this reading. In my mind's eye, I saw the scales of justice. So legal matters could be happening, and justice for some. Things are being balanced in the world where it's been overpowered by dark. We're now seeing things balancing out with the light and dark. We need a bit of both in the world, but it has been heavy the past few weeks, as I've mentioned in my previous readings. It's quite interesting, before this reading as well, just now, a street sweeper has gone by 3 times in one of those little trucks, you know, that has the brushes. And again, everything happens for a reason. So with that, I was getting clean up. It's also rained really heavily here last night and this morning, which I would see as purging, cleansing. So this restructuring that's happening in the world, Mother Nature doing that as well. So just wanted to share that first of all as just sort of the energy that I'm feeling. Now bear with me as I just take a look in the cup. Now the first thing I'm actually seeing is a tap. I'm just hearing faucet. I think that's what you say in the US, in case you're wondering what I'm saying. Yeah, tap. That you get at a sink. So water, something to do with water. As I said, we've had quite torrential rain here, where I live anyway, in the UK. And I have mentioned floods. But something to do with the water as well, maybe shortage of water in some areas in the world. You know, obviously we have that already in some countries, but I'm really getting that, and potentially food and water shortage. Now obviously that's what everyone needs to survive. So there could be a bit of a global panic. That's what I'm getting. Do you know what I've just remembered? Because I just had to do another take, just then. And sometimes I forget what I've said in the first take, and I forget it in the second one. I'm also picking up on a blocked heart chakra, because I channel physically. I'm clairsentient. I can feel that for some. Things that people are holding on to potentially that they need to release and forgive. That could also be linked to the tap, purging. This is it about the rain. Some of you might have been purging the past few days or so. And it does free you. It does unblock your chakras. I recently did a guided meditation, actually, to unblock your chakras. That's on my Patreon, which could help some of you. Because it's your energy, it's about your energy system. And sort of feeling, you might even start to be able to feel where you've got blocks in your chakras, for example. I'm also seeing what looks like a painter, actually, standing at an easel. And so with that, I'm getting expressing yourself is important. Doing something creative, potentially, whether it's painting, writing, playing a musical instrument, writing music, poetry, going for a run. Let it out. Because some people find it easier to do it through creative ventures. But because it's actually by the tap, I really feel it's something about expression coming through there as a way of purging and releasing. I am seeing that that's needed for some. Because I can read energy in people, I've sort of got better at doing it. Even just from seeing them. Sometimes I can pick up on things going on within them, within their system, their energy system, for example. Things they say. Yeah, do you know what I'm suddenly channeling here is people that, I've met a few like this before, they're stuck in the past. Are any of you like that, or do you know people like that? No judgment here, by the way, when I say this, but that means you're not living in the present moment, so that's why creation is coming through, creative pursuits. Do you find your mind always wandering back to something when someone's talking to you, or do you notice that in someone else? Now, if so, you could voice your concerns with them. That came out, I think, in the last reading, for people to do that, to speak up, to try and help people. It's interesting, this is in a tea leaf reading. I'm thinking, having a cup of tea with a friend, maybe casually, and talking things through. Could be something else some people want to do. I'm seeing what looks like a pentacle at the side. So finances here could be on some people's minds. Could even be an inheritance here coming in for some people. I'm also getting because there's like other energies around this inheritance for some of you, or blessings that are due to you. So you could have had some blocks in terms of receiving. And again, as I said about the chakra blocks, this could have come from you or other energies who've been interfering. I'm wondering if this is linking to the legal matters, the scales of justice. Some injustices have happened to some of you, I feel, but again, things will balance out. You've got something coming to you for some of you. Obviously, this is general. If you know about something like this, then that could be your sign. I'm really seeing a robin. Not sure if you can quite see that there. It's so cute, this little tail sticking out. So you might keep seeing robins, maybe in your garden or when you go to the park. Now that can often be a sign of a passed on loved one coming back to visit you, to give you a sign. They say parents, actually, but it can be any ancestor. I often see one when I go to the park. I know I've mentioned this before, I'll say it again. A few weeks back when I went on the same route, the first time a robin jumped up, that's right, I was on the street by the park, a robin jumped out of the park onto the pavement and then back in. And then the following week, I went through the park and he flew down from the pavements like he thought I was going to be there. And he flew down across my path. So it was quite beautiful. Some of you might have signs like that. And that really is, I feel, an ancestor trying to communicate with you. It feels quite special. Even butterflies, birds in general. It's interesting, I picked the bird cup today as well, actually. Bird lovers out there for some of you, potentially. For some of you, your name could be Robin as well, I'm getting. You might also see number synchronicities because I'm seeing 333 above the robin. It's like 3 dots, 3 times. Again, not sure if you can see that. So signs of awakening, if you see numbers. Again, as I said, it could be messages from your ancestors and angels coming through. Getting the initial S and C, also G is coming through there. There's M for mother right down the bottom. Again, not sure if you can see that. I'm also seeing a big wand there, like the Ace of Wands in Tarot, which can be about a new beginning, maybe a new creative venture. It's interesting, we had creative things come out before. A new idea, spark of inspiration some of you may have. Also a new beginning in the world, potentially. As I said, after this shift that happens. Wow, there's 2 there as well. Coming through, not sure if you can see that. For some of you, these could be life path numbers. We've had 1, 2, 3. See if I can see anything else. Bear with me. I'm seeing the initial J. C again, keep getting C. L. 1 again, so 111, new beginning. For some of you, this could be, you moving, starting again, starting your own business venture. I'm hearing for some of you. Yeah, I'm hearing some of you, there's something you're creative. Something that you're passionate about that's creative. That's what I wanted to say. Sometimes when I channel, this happens, everyone. Comes out a bit skewed. And you've been doing it for a while, you're pretty good at it, and someone might have said to you, you're really good at that, you should take it up, or, try and sell it to people. And maybe you're thinking about that right now. And if you are, that could be your soul telling you something, to go for it with the number 1 as your guidance there, to go for it, to manifest. You could even just do it as a side hustle to begin with, see how it goes. But why not give it a shot? It just rhymed. Yeah, one of the things I do is poetry. Some of you will know. I'm also seeing number 4, 14. The number of temperance, which is about balance. That's really interesting. That came through. 7 as well. I'm seeing the woods. Some of you love getting out into nature. In the woods, maybe that's where you get your ideas, or that might happen. You might be out walking in the woods and get an idea, and you start this new thing. The wise trees. Whispers in the breeze. Oh goodness, sorry everyone. I think I need to write a poem. After this reading, there's my guidance from Spirit. I'm seeing a helicopter at the side there. So yeah, again, natural disasters, which I've been saying about in my recent readings, could intensify. There could be some rescue missions in some places. You might suddenly hear a lot of aircraft, helicopters above in your area, for example. Seeing musical notes. I always seem to get musical notes in the teacup. So some of you are musicians, keep doing your stuff, writing, playing, sharing your beautiful music with the world. I'm suddenly seeing a cake. I'm suddenly hearing bake. So some of you like baking. Yeah, again, it could be something you're good at and you're wondering about branching out, selling your creations, potentially. Something you enjoy, where you're sharing your passion with the world, shining your light and inspiring others as well. Because it's like the cycle of inspiration and creation, isn't it, that we have in the world. So keep doing that, keep sharing whatever it is you do, even if it is just, it could be that, it could be a channel. You think you're starting up a channel, sharing your creations or how to do it, for example. That's really coming out actually in this reading a lot. Creation, sharing, shining your light, making changes. It's the theme. I'm seeing 12 down the bottom as well. Now that could be timing, December. There's a change for some of you. Could be someone's birth date. I'm really feeling a lot of changes at the end of the year, actually, as I say this. December, then we had one, didn't we? Yeah, December into January. The time of recording this reading, potentially there being a shift, balance. I'm seeing a car as well, so travel, moving, maybe for some of you. The initial T is coming through. W. I'm hearing Tony. Now it's interesting because I'm seeing a crossroads below the T. So this is either for Tony or people with the initial T, potentially. Take what resonates. It's not going to be for everyone, obviously. But you may be at a crossroads right now, trying to make a decision. You're unsure what to do. So you're being guided to go within. Take time to think it through. Yeah, I'm getting like you might have like two choices here, two options. Maybe it's two jobs. Or you wonder about moving with the car. So that's come through specifically. I'm seeing, it's like fruit, looks like a pineapple, to be honest, but could be other types of fruit. Maybe someone's eating some fruit right now. Sometimes things like that happen when I see something and then people say, wow, as you said that number, I saw it on the clock, things like that. Now, if that happens, or, as I saw the fruit, you pick one out of the bowl, things like that. If that happens, that's synchronicities, by the way, that might make you really stop and go, wow, these things happen in these readings, in our lives, and it's kind of to make us wake up and be curious, in terms of how these things happen. Well, we're all connected, firstly. So although I can't see you all, I can often feel your energies. I can sometimes see, do you know what's, I realise why this has come up. What's been happening to me recently, just the past 2 days, is I've been seeing people in my mind's eye. And I really think it's viewers. Actually, let me describe and see if this is any of you. Describe the people I saw. So one was a lady, very pale skin, mousy brown hair tied up in a quite high ponytail, then elastic, and then a plait. She looks quite young, late 20s, quite prominent lips that look quite red, like rosy red. Looked a bit sad. Was thinking of the past, I feel. Yeah, possibly late 20s, early 30s, not too sure, it's not very easy to tell with visions, but okay, I'm suddenly hearing Helen as I say that. Wow. Okay, so it could be your name, could be someone you know, but there you go, that's who I was picking up on. I don't know who that is, but I feel it's someone watching. Let me just see if Spirit wants me to say anything to you. I'm just hearing, look to the sky. So kind of like look up, you know, because I'm seeing this, yeah, actually I'm seeing the person, they're looking to the left and they're looking down. Quite sad, looking to the past, so you're being guided to look up. You might also see signs in the sky, the stars, the clouds. I'm hearing. You might get a sign and get shivers. I'm suddenly getting shivers myself. Okay, well I hope that helped. This has been happening in my recent readings. Getting sort of more personal messages for people, which I'm glad to do. Now, the other person I saw yesterday had dark hair, I'd say black. Looked quite happy and had painted red lips, quite thin lips, striking features. I'm hearing Cherry. I don't know if that's their name or they like cherries. Quite short, dark hair. Cute sort of energy, fun-loving. Yeah, this person looked in a good energy. But anyway, they came through. Maybe it's sometimes when people are watching my readings or something. I'm not quite sure. And also when I'm in a very meditative state, it came through. Just going to see if anything comes through for this person. I'm feeling you wear like a beret or hats. You like wearing hats. Your initial could be C. I'm just going to pause the camera a moment, everyone, because it could take me a while, if you don't mind. Okay, I'm back, everyone. I wasn't getting anything, and then as I switched it off, I heard old soul. Feels they're from another lifetime. Maybe you resonate with, yeah, because actually the way your face is painted, for you resonate with like the 40s, 50s. That style clothing, you're quite individual and unique in the way you dress and carry yourself. People notice you. You've got a lot of light. around you. Wow, I'm getting shivers. Yeah, beautiful energy. So anyway, I'm honoured to share these messages, by the way, with you. I'll try to do them again when I can. It's just when they come through that I'll share them. I just heard jack it in, like someone's thinking, who could be watching this reading, they want to jack it in. And Spirit saying, look for signs, because I'm seeing the robin again. Suddenly, you might see a sign when you're thinking those sort of thoughts. A robin, a bird, feather. And that's a sign of encouragement, support and love from your angels and ancestors. So keep going. Have faith. Do things that lift you up. Watch things that lift you up. Music as well. Keep your vibration high. So I really hope that's helped. Let's pull some charms now to finish. Usually whatever sticks to my fingers. So they have stuck. Take one more. Wow, that's interesting. We've got 3 animals. Elephant, horse, and a pig with wings. Now, the pig with wings, it reminds me of what I just said about someone thinking about jacking it in. They're maybe not, they don't have hope. They're thinking, yeah, pigs might fly, in terms of there being this new beginning. Maybe some of you are a bit cynical when I've said things, you thought negative thoughts. So you're being guided to turn that around if you can, because that also keeps you stuck. If you have thoughts of things not working out for you, you're not positive, then you will attract that energy back to you. Things won't work out. So that's why I was saying keep your vibration high, and see he's flying up. So you're being guided to fly. Keep your vibration high, keep ascending. You might have dreams of flying as well, which can be a sign of that. Yeah, beautiful. And we've got a horse, which is a sign of triumph, strength. He's on one leg, so he's about to take a step forward on his spiritual journey. Maybe starting something new, maybe moving, maybe doing something you've always wanted to do, which came up before. That's really coming out in this reading. And an elephant. So horse and elephant are both strong, very strong animals. Elephants carry heavy loads, so some burdens for some of you that maybe you've been carrying, holding on to. It's time to release them. I'm getting with the wings again. An elephant doesn't forget but forgives. So yeah, forgiveness, purging, releasing. It's really coming out. An elephant is a sign of good fortune as well, a sign of good luck, loyalty, deep emotions that could be coming to the surface for some of you, as I said. A companion, potentially, or someone who comes along who might trigger you. Deep emotions come out as a result. I'm actually feeling emotions as I say this, some guilt coming through for some. Horse is a sign of freedom, by the way, and we got the wings, so that's really linking there. Triumph, independence, endurance, keep going. As I said before, that's really coming out with these animals. Could be a spirit animal. And it's quite beautiful that we got the peace symbol as well, almost like that's our final destiny, the balance that I mentioned at the beginning. A sign of harmony, union, love, surrender, which links with the pig with wings. Anything is within your reach, I'm hearing. You can achieve that peace, whether that's inner peace, peace in your surroundings if you feel you want to move. If you're in a situation you don't like, you can change that. If you wish, you can look at other ways. It's really interesting how they're all facing the past. I'm not sure if you can see that. So some things to, those deep emotions I said about, things maybe to process for some of you. Maybe some of you are focused on the past. That came out, didn't it, in the cup? Beginning of the reading, I remember saying that. And that's what can block your chakras, block your creativity. For example, your passion for life, block your heart chakra. If you're holding on to pain, things you need to forgive and release, that will block your heart chakra. For example. Really getting that for some people. So look at ways you can release in a healthy way and find peace within. That's really the message we're getting with the charms. So I really hope you've enjoyed this reading, everyone. I've really enjoyed doing it for you all. I always do. Thank you so much for being here. Please do let us know in the comments if there's anything that came through that resonated for you, anything you saw in the cup or felt, for example. Please do subscribe if you'd like to see further readings from me. Your support is very much appreciated and helps me keep the channel going. I'll see you all very soon, sending peace, love and light to you all.